Welcome to 10 Intentional Minutes with Janine. Every week, I sit with leaders, deep thinkers, and ordinary people who live extraordinary lives with intentionality at the center. This is the space where leaders can build ecosystems and not ego systems.
What a journey it's been. It's a couple months into the collective. Have you ever thought that we would ever arrive to this place?
No, we've been planning this for many years, doing it formally, informally, but putting structure to something. We spoke about it the other day, that structure gives you freedom. And that's what I'm starting to see and feel and experience. So I'm loving this process.
Absolutely. I mean, it feels like we're getting into the cadence now.
Yeah.
Been through a couple of the teething process, but now we're there. We can really start making an impact. I was thinking last night, actually, we have a vision, we have a dream. But I was just like thinking, like, what are we building? Like, what is if we see a brand new CEO come in, in a year from now, I mean, like, what do you think ideally that person should look like?
I want them to look back and see like, man, I've grown so much in 1 year. I actually can't believe this is what I am right now. And I see that with the leaders that we're working with, is I always take them back a year ago. And I'm like, remember we had this conversation a year ago? And they're like, no, I don't even remember that. I can't even believe I was at such a point. And if we can do that on a personal level, but also on a business level, that's for me is big success.
Yeah, and time goes by so quick.
Yeah.
That you think committing for 12 months, it's like that's way too long. I need a quick fix. I need in the next 3 months, I need to see something change.
Yeah.
Then we never do it.
Yeah.
Another year has gone by. This morning, even when I walked into the creche there by Christo, it's like 50 days to December holiday. And I'm like, wow, this year is gone. And there's so many people that make that commitment to say, okay, I want to do something in the next couple of months. But if you take a 12-month journey, you can really you can grow and you can implement that growth and you can see the change.
But think of, you said the word cadence just now. It's one of the, I want to say, the pillars of the collective is the cadence. And I think where the difference comes in with why do they reach these milestones is because of accountability, because we're building in cadence into their leadership, I want to say, journey that they are running within a year. I mean, they're running for much more than that, but you can see the progress. I've literally heard people saying to me, I saw progress after one session.
Oh, wow.
Because the growth lever that we installed into them, they're like, man, somebody else said is like, man, I just need to stop making excuses. Like, thank you for telling me again. I'm like, I never said that. I never said that. It's like, that's the message that I got. I'm like, no, that's what you needed.
Yeah.
You need to stop making excuses. Just go for it. Just go for it.
That's quite interesting because I must say I've gone through the feedback forms that the people have sent, and some of the things I'm like.
Before we continue, a quick ask. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. This helps this podcast to rise in the rankings intentionally and helps to spread the conversation to leaders who needs this as much as you do.
I've got this. Okay, wait. I need to work on this. Or it was in the sense of, I've got this. I forgot. I'm not doing that anymore. I used to do that and it used to work. And you and I have spoken about things like that. It's like we go into a process, we grow, we move, and we're implementing new things all the time, but we forget to check back on the things that actually worked. But we stopped doing that, even though it worked, just because of process that went on.
That's so true. I'm recording a podcast I listened to, Alex Hormozi's podcast again, where he said people need to remind it more than they need to learn something new. And it's so true what you're saying is there's those things that we forget in doing it. And those were the things that brought us to the place, that brought the growth, that brought the increase, that got the new client. And we tend to forget, those things that there was the foundational blocks that got us there.
We've spoken about, or I speak about that often, is like people buy from people they like, love, and trust. Buy from community. And community is the currency of the future. But we see that within this community is people are starting, they like each other. They're starting to love the company and being by each other. They look forward to that session and they trust each other. So who do you think they're going to ask to help them with their business, with their growth? I mean, we're sitting in a room of attorneys, sitting in a room of strategists, of business builders. It's incredible the wealth of knowledge in every single session that we sit with.
Are you surprised by the quality and the people that has been attracted to the collective?
Absolutely. I'm like, where have you been? What have you been doing? And like, why have you not been doing it with us? Absolutely. I love that. I love that. I said to somebody else, they referred somebody to the collective and the person came, and I said to her, that's my kind of people.
Yeah.
It's so nice to sit in a room with like-minded people that actually gets things done.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Dan Martell, I saw a clip last night where he was speaking on how to convert on WhatsApp or on a text message, and because these is people want to schedule an hour call to sell a client, and so he was just going through this process on how you can sell on a text. And obviously in America they still on text, but he said this is that if you don't respond, he says you put people in the friend zone, and once they're in the friend zone, you're not going to sell them.
Yeah.
And that's just how I felt or feel about this last couple of months, this journey we've walked. These are people that I've known and you've known for many, many, many years that maybe weren't coaching clients or weren't interested in some of the other products we offer. Yet when it came to the CEO Collective, people are jumping on board and you see them. I don't want to say they rise to the occasion because they're already there, but it's like, it's this beautiful combination of that what we've had inside of us for so many years and we've been speaking about for so many years. We've connected a need that they've had and we've combined this.
Exactly.
And it's beautiful to see how that, I don't want to say collide, but it blossoms. I've been surprised, I must say. I've really been surprised. First of all, I'm very thankful. And I do not take for granted, what we've seen in these last couple of months, what has transpired and what is unfolding.
Yeah.
And the quality of the people that's in the room. And I really believe it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
I truly believe that, we say that, and it's even, I think the slogan is so us, the future is us. It's not about individuals.
Yeah.
It's about people coming together, like you said, the future is human. It's about, despite everything that the world is pushing us towards, it's like about what is those things that got us here.
Yeah.
Humanity got us here.
Yeah.
It's being relational, and the future is us. And I'm looking forward to the people that are still going to join in the next couple of months into this incredible room.
Where it started for me was back in 2013 when I went to John Maxwell and he spoke about the room. And that's something we speak about often. Or are you in the room, or the right people in the room? That's where it started for me. When he told his story of Guatemala, and they impacted the youth in such a major way. And end of the story is they came together in a big stadium, and they were telling the youth of that nation how it's going to change for them through education and through being together. And the youth started to chant within that room, "We are in the room. We are in the room." And that's what the journey for me, it started for us to say, it's like, we need to get people in the room. And we've been doing it, but it just feels like now is the right time. We spoke about it. The reason for it is globalization, a slowdown called slowbalization. We have competitors working together called co-opetition. It's just like everything is just working in the favor of people coming together in one room, sitting and growing. It's just a beautiful thing that happened. Dr. Mark Manley explained it so well, where he says that when like-minded people basically come together, it's like their brains connect.
Yeah.
And I see that. We walk in one way and we walk out in a completely different way. It's beautiful to see.
I'm reminded of the Delta Code and the eco versus ego system that you speak about. I haven't seen any ego in the room. That is something that,
in fact, the opposite.
The opposite, absolutely. It's like you say, it's the co-opetition, it's the collaboration, it's the collective. And that for me is the heart behind it. Is it's about all of us. It's not about one individual.
We say it. The future is us.
Absolutely. We don't just say it, we believe it. I truly believe it,
But it's also because we've seen it.
Definitely.
The evidence is there. The outcomes are there. The results are there. That's why we see it.
So you spoke about your experience with John Maxwell, I think something that hit home for me. So there's this saying that they say, if you're the smartest person in the room, find a different room. And to an extent, when I say I lived by it, I mean, it's not like I was running to all these rooms because I'm the smartest person, but you understand the concept, and you're constantly looking like, okay, where can I grow? Where can I go? But what hit home for me, and this is like a total reframe, is that if you're the smartest person in the room, don't leave the room.
Yeah.
Grow, elevate the room. Because I think what has happened is, and maybe that's where the ego comes in, is that like I'm the biggest person in the room, so let me find a bigger room, and I'm chasing those rooms versus what are you depositing in the people before you leave. And when you deposit, or when you pour into people, you have to be deposited back into yourself. And so what I've seen is like, it's almost like we're not going to run out of, or we're not gonna chase different rooms, because we are constantly emptying ourselves out in the room we are in, and then the room is filling us up. And I truly believe rooms are going to be the future. Exactly. Gone are the days where we have the sage on the stage, one person that knows everything. It is about us. It is about the collective. It's about co-opetition. I'm so glad I can say that word right now. It's about collaboration. It's about working together. I can't wait for the day where competitors can sit together and solve problems for one another.
But we've seen that. We've seen that already happening, and it's beautiful because you've got the experience. In my marketing company, I was in a room like that. And for my marketing company, another marketing company was there, doing exactly the same. And we were, it was co-opetition. And I asked the room a question, and he gave me his answer based on his experience. And I was like, that's exactly it. That's it. So I've seen it. I've experienced it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
The funny thing is that, when, I'm married, you're married, you've got kids, we've got kids. Whenever I see a married couple, I'm not intimidated.
Yeah, true.
I want to learn from them.
True.
Like how are you raising kids? I remember before, our boy came, Christo. We were asking you and Jill, like, what do you do? How do you work? Like, what are the phases and the stages? We were not like we're in competition because, we're also going to have a kid.
We've got 4, you've got 4.
But yet, somehow in business, it's like when you see somebody that's in the same field, your guard is up, you like, oh, they're going to steal my client. I've even had this where people ask me, because obviously we work together and, we both do leadership, we both do coaching, we do personal development, we do leadership development. And they were asking me like, okay, but how do you work with, if you have a client, you invoice one another? And I was like, almost short circuit. I was like, what do you mean? Like, but what if one of your clients go to your knee?
I think it's a good thing, and the opposite way, because what I found with the coaching is that you have to build rapport with that client.
That's right.
I've referred many clients to you. I love that because I just realized it's not going to work with the style of coaching that I have. And it's not about me. It's about the growth of that person.
Absolutely. It's about the growth of the individual. And what I've learned is, first of all, it's about the growth of the individual. And so if we are mature, we'll assess and understand that. And I'll know that this person will do much better working with you. But maybe there are people that will be like, okay, but I don't have that trust relationship with people. And for me, if my client leaves to somebody else, then I don't want you as a client if you're just going to go because they're cheaper or because whatever the case might be. And secondly, if you are poaching my clients, then I don't want to be your friend. And so I win.
And thirdly, you're not in the room yet. That's why you don't know those people.
Exactly. But that has been for me the beauty of working together. And, it's not something that we try and build, something that we've lived for many years. We're just scaling it.
Yeah.
And I believe we can show people how you work together. Let's call it competitors in the same field that we are playing, but we've never seen it that way. And therefore, I believe the people that have worked with either one of us have seen the best growth because we can place them in the right position. It's like, I know you like gardening, I like gardening. Certain trees, certain plants, they do well in full sun. Some semi-shade, others they want sunlight, but not direct sunlight. And so we simply have to place people in the right position.
And what we've also seen is that some people work with you in a season and with me in another season.
Absolutely.
Because what you offer and what I offer, even though we do the same thing, we offer different strengths. So what is it that they need in that season? And that's, again, if I take it back to the room and we're sitting in that room, different people offer different strengths for different seasons. And that's what makes it so beautiful.
That's so true.
We live in a world where there's an explosion of knowledge taking place. And it's impossible for one person to know it all. It's impossible. We see it even in the marketing industry. Is like in the past, one person could handle an entire project. You can't anymore because everything becomes more specialized. I mean, we speak about that often. If we start a new hobby, it's easy. I'm just going to buy a bicycle, you know? And then it's like, it's not that easy. It becomes so special. No, I'm going to start playing golf. Oh, wonderful. No, I got a bag. No, I've got some clubs. It's, you know, it becomes very technical, and you need people around you to help you to flesh that out in different spaces and stages of your business.
Do you think the CEO Collective has that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Like we've seen it.
Yeah, the people ask me, from what industries are the people coming, or from what industries are the people that are in the room? And I'm like, name it. Like it's so vast.
Yeah.
You know, yes, there's multiple in the same industries.
Yes.
But it's vast, you know, from automotive to engineering, attorneys you spoke about, there's marketing agencies, there's AI agencies, you know, we've seen people in construction,
property, crypto, investments,
crypto, trading.
Yeah.
It's really it's diverse. It's really diverse. But that's where the beauty lies. Because all of them are drawn together by this one thing, which is the CEO. It's the founder, it's the company, it's the executive. And so they sit, you know, the modern CEO, like we say, they sit, you know, at the top, but they sometimes feel isolated. And so it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you're isolated, you're isolated. If you're discouraged, you're discouraged.
Yeah.
Your industry is not going to determine how you're going to get out of that per se. It's going to be the people that you surround yourself with that can help and elevate you to the perspective that you need to go.
What's beautiful for me is that we saw even churches throwing in.
Oh, yeah.
And pastors coming and say, you know what, it's also not about me. It's about my people and the people that I lead. And if I can lead better as a pastor or a senior pastor, then I can lead my people better. It's just been so amazing to see.
Absolutely. If we can understand it, we're all in the business of people. And that is what it's about, is how do we grow ourselves in order to grow the people that we lead.
I was so inspired by the one lady who has a hairdresser.
Oh, yeah.
And how she's going to expand in that. It's like, yeah, but I don't have a major business. No, but you've got something. And that something is going to grow. Well, let us help you to do that.
Absolutely. The testimonies and the case studies and, you know, the stories that's already been unfold. I mean, like you said, there's already people that say that they've seen a change within their life, within their business, within the first session that they attended. I truly believe that next year this time we're going to have stack load of people sharing. And you know what the beauty is of all of that? It's not because of us.
Exactly.
It's because of the room.
Exactly. There was another lady that she's been struggling to get paid from a client major. I'm talking about millions. One room, and the solution was there. Wow. It was sorted.
There comes a time in your life that you know that it's time to work on yourself. Not because something is wrong, but because you realize that you are ready to live a more intentional life. Grit Coaching creates a space where you can strengthen who you are, grow with resilience and intentionality, and become the transformation you knew you were always meant to be. I work with entrepreneurs, executive and professionals who want to strengthen their leadership, refine their direction, and grow with purpose. If this is your moment to invest in yourself, you can reach out to me directly at janine@jdcexec.com or visit the coaching page to book your session.
I mean, she's not the only person that struggles to collect money at the end of the month. There's many people, and that's just these little examples that we see, that they come to one session and they sort out the problem. And that's kind of like the CEO promise that we have. That's part of the collective. That's what we speak about: clarity, capacity, and cadence.
Yeah, I want to just jump on that, like exactly what you just said. So it's clarity, capacity, cadence. You know, and so what a great example of that person getting clarity.
Yeah.
On the decision that they need to make.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes something small. And it's because, you're the whole day in the business. This is your business. You're so focused on those areas and aspects. With somebody that sits from a different perspective.
Yeah.
They give you advice that's just pure because they don't know your situation. They don't know your background, and they're simply listening to the problem and they're giving you advice. And at times it might be hard or direct, but it's exactly what you need.
Yeah. One decision clarified.
Absolutely.
That's the clarity. And when we speak about the capacity, is like we want to install a growth lever, something that you didn't know before. Something that captured the last audience that I didn't even realize, because I speak about it often, as business owners, we work so much in the business that we don't work on the business. Yeah. And it's like, I just needed that reminder that I'm so busy working in the business that now I'm struggling for the business to move forward. So yeah, the capacity gets enlarged every single time. And when we speak about cadence, it's one more thing that I can execute that can take movement into motion, which brings that momentum. I love what John Maxwell said. He says momentum makes you look much better than what you really are. And we help the business owners to create that momentum, that motion through what we call cadence.
Absolutely. One thing that I was concerned about is, how is a CEO, business owner, executive going to take, 3-4 hours out of their day? I was really concerned about that. I was like, maybe we should just do an hour session.
Yeah.
And the feedback that we received is, please make the sessions longer, because there's so much wisdom and so much knowledge and valuable discussion taking place. And isn't that a testament in itself?
Exactly.
That we think we don't have the time because we're busy. And that is maybe the exact indication. So if somebody says, how do I know I should attend to CEO Collective? If you're too busy, you should attend.
I just wanted to say that. It's like, I'm too busy. That's the problem.
That's the problem. You need to come. You need to just, retract. Yeah. You like hunting. I like hunting. When you sit behind that rifle and you look through the scope, sometimes you got to zoom in to see exactly where the target is. But if you can't find it, you sometimes have to zoom out. And then pan and see, okay, but where is it? And then you can zoom in. And I think that's exactly what the collective and the room does, is that it allows you to zoom out. Take that breather. One of the other people said that, thank you that I'm allowed to rest.
Yes, that's true.
It's not about spreadsheets, and it's not about ROIs, and it's not about investors. It's about, thank you that I'm allowed to rest. Yeah. Thank you that I'm allowed to just take a step back.
Because as business owners, we find ourselves in that place where our calendars are full, but our cups are empty. And we see that.
Your cup is empty.
We see that.
I need another one.
We see that.
Very true. And it's awesome.
Well, what I enjoyed is that people come to me afterwards and they're like, you know what? I'm going to get more done in the rest of the day than what I've done this entire week. Why? Because I'm refreshed. I've got creative ideas. I've got new inspiration. I'm just going to finish off well.
Yeah, that is wisdom right there. I can get more done in the rest of the day.
Yeah. Than what I've done this entire week.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, one of my favorite, if you know me, then you probably heard this analogy or this story, is that when you're in a plane, the air hostess will normally say right in the beginning that in case of emergency landing, and this decompression of cabin, the overhead compartment, an oxygen mask is going to fall out.
Yeah.
And then they say, put the mask on yourself first.
Yes.
Before you help.
There's a reason for that.
There's a reason for it. And it makes sense. And even more so now that, we have a child, is that, okay, you want to take care of him, but you must make sure that I'm safe first to help him. Yet we don't do it in business. When I say in businesses, we as leaders, and I include myself because it's something I have to fight against the whole time, is how do you value yourself? How do you pour into your cup first without being selfish, without being egotistic?
Yes.
But realizing that if I'm not full, how do I pour into somebody else? If I don't know what I carry, how can I pour that into somebody else?
Exactly. And we've been taught like this, right? Is your 9 to 5, is your 9 to 5. And if you get training at that company, you're blessed and it's great. And that's the training you needed. But I have a very different view on that. I'm like, when they hired you in the first place, they hired you because you had something else, something special that team didn't have. You got that through training and education, through somewhere else.
Yep.
Now you start working at that company 9 to 5, and you become just like the rest of them. You need, as any person, it doesn't even matter your level of management that you are in. You have to educate and fill your cup and train yourself outside of your 9 to 5, not 9 to 5 hours, 9 to 5 as in the time you work,
Yes.
as an outside of the current job that you are currently doing. How are you equipping yourself? How are you training? Because that's going to give you your competitive edge. That's how you're going to pull fresh things, fresh ideas, fresh perspective, new solutions into what you're already doing or currently doing.
Do you think AI is going to expose that within people's lives? Because now the rate of learning is, I don't know if you want to say it's increasing. It's so fast. So the individuals that do pull back into themselves are going to accelerate that growth.
Yeah.
So do you think AI is going to expose that in people's lives?
In two ways. It's going to expose people that are fake. So plainly said as that, and people with authenticity is going to stand out, because what most people do is they just put it into the AI. They take what AI gives them. It looks great, but it's not within you. It's actually not even who you are. Now you're speaking about those things, but you've got nothing to back it. So that's what I mean. That's number one that's going to get revealed. And then the people that really lean into it with authenticity to grow themselves and to better themselves, that's where you're going to see the acceleration.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's going to be that's going to be the Red Sea. It's just going to divide those two groups.
And it's happening
people.
quicker and quicker.
Yeah. That's what I said. There's an explosion of knowledge. We knew this was coming. It's just, what are you doing with that responsibility? Because all this knowledge is a responsibility. Are you curating it in the right place with the right group of people at the right time? Let them help you grow.
So with this AI revolution and this digital revolution and age that we see, would the collective not work better than online?
No, because we need people in the room. We want people in the room. There is something that's happening now with people being in the room. I don't know about you, but I don't want another Zoom meeting. And look, I love digital. I don't want another Teams meeting. And I fell into that trap even with my own team, where it's like, can we meet on Zoom quickly? And I say quickly, but it's never quickly.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it takes up an hour, sometimes an hour and a half of my time. It's not that it was a useless conversation, because we spoke about work stuff, but not necessarily as important as what I just needed that 5 minutes for. Right. So I love online. I advocate for online, but we need a space where people come together in one room.
Yeah, the purpose is different. The purpose is absolutely different.
Have both.
Have both. The answers are out there. It's online. I mean, you can Google it, ChatGPT, use whatever tool you want to use, yet we don't have the answers. Because there's something different when a warm body in a chair that you can feel, sense, that you've collaborated with, gives an answer with authenticity, with genuineness, with care. They listen. That's the beauty.
Yeah, body language is still beautiful. And I mean, we speak about the principle that wisdom is deeper than a man. It takes someone of understanding to draw it out. And when you're sitting in that room, it's somebody with understanding that draws it out and brings that wisdom.
Absolutely. You were sharing about the lady that has the hair salon, and they're doing nails as well. She probably got one of the best pieces of advice in the room.
Yes.
She never asked a question.
Yeah.
She simply introduced herself, said what she does, and then somebody was answering another question and then quickly referred to her and said, by the way,
if you do this, this, and this. It was incredible.
And that is something that you don't have when it comes to digital or online. It's that being presently present, being in the room, those warm bodies in a seat.
Yeah.
What is one thing that surprised you with the collective and this journey? Just something that stood out for you.
Every time the full rooms. Like I say, book your seat. And then I say, book your seat. And then when we get there, the room is so full. There's a need for this. There's a demand for this. That surprises me every time. It's like, the amount of people just showing up.
That's true.
Just filling those seats. It shows me they need this. They want this.
Yeah, you sit and you look back and you're like, okay, how do we replicate, if you want to call it success, so how do we replicate a full room? And it's not, listen, you got a phone, you got to follow up, you got to be in contact with the people. All the normal things, but you're hitting the nail on the head. I think the need is so big out there for a room where there's no judgment, where there's not competition, where there is truly just collaboration and growth. People want to work together. People want to hear from people that are facing the same problems. I'm sitting there and I'm hearing what people are facing. I'm like, great, I'm on track. I'm on track. Failure is not the end. So the dynamic and the diversity of growth levers that is possible within that room, I think is just unbelievable in what we've seen. Where do you see the collective go?
Nationwide, for sure. We looking at where we can expand already, and is like, I can see a collective in every province and more, because we are surrounded with leaders. You spoke about failure now. It's like failure is feedback. That's all it is.
I like that said again.
Failure is feedback.
Yeah, that's true. That is so true.
And
so it's your perspective.
Yes, exactly.
Of the failure.
Exactly. And it's like, I think what you and I have done is we've taken the feedback of the pasts and we've said, okay, this is how we're going to put it together. And all of a sudden, it's just going like this and like this and like this. So where do I see this go? Nationwide, very, very, very quickly. Because what happens, you're putting those minds, those brilliant minds into one room. It cannot do anything other than to expand, to enlarge that capacity and to create that cadence. That's what we're doing. That's what we stand for. And we are creating it ourselves very, very fast.
So if there's somebody out there that want to start one of these rooms, like, what's the process? Can they do it? How does it work? What do you need? What qualifications?
Well, yes, you can start a room. So get in contact with us. There is a process to that. Obviously, not any person can be one of the room leaders. So you have to be in a senior position and run a company or be in a high capacity leader. That's very important for me.
Awesome. I want to quickly find a comment that somebody gave that I want to actually just read from verbatim what they said, because my next question that we hear is where people are asking, but isn't this just another networking group?
Yes.
We've got masterminds and we've got all of those aspects there. Maybe you can share, what the difference is while I find the comment here. But is it a networking event? Should I bring my business card? Is it just another mastermind? What's the difference?
You can bring your business card. I'm just not sure you're going to use it because it's about you as a person. What do you offer? How are you going to grow? People will gravitate to that. I think when you're in that trust relationship, people will use each other, but you're not there to just come in and sell. You're coming to grow. You're coming to expand. You're coming to grow your company. And together with those people, because everybody's growing, you're forming a trust relationship and people are going to use your company.
Absolutely. Here's the comment that one of the members made. They said, wow, it's an incredible platform that you guys are building here, and something that you can be very proud of. The fact that networking is secondary is exactly the winning recipe. And when I read that, I was like, you know what, it's that one of those moments where we know that's what we want to build. We haven't spoken about it, we haven't per se addressed it, but we know that it's not about handing out business cards. It's not about you needing another contract, and that's why you want to see who's in the room. And the fact that, one of the members sent us through, I was like, you know what, we're on the right track in this regard, because it is secondary. It's not about another connection that I can build. It's about the people that I meet that can take me further in my journey.
Well, I think everybody hates the elevator pitch. So we've taken that and we said, okay, let's elevate the people instead of giving them an opportunity to give an elevator pitch.
I mean, we are part of our own group where we are growing. I believe it's important that you have to be in a group. It's the same as mentors. Should I have one mentor? The more you can have, the better. In perspective, I'm not saying I have 40. I mean, depending on your capacity, but you learn different things from different people. And as much as I want to say that the CEO Collective is different, it's not because there's other groups like that. The difference is in the people that attend.
Yeah.
And so, yes, maybe you'll come through and it's not for you. That's great. The right people will find you. And I think that's the important thing, is to get involved in a group. And so currently we have Joburg sorted, and we looking at, I don't want to spill the beans, but we're looking at different cities coming very, very, very soon. But I truly believe that it's not about us trying to control this versus allowing it to go where the need is.
Exactly. Putting the right people in the room.
Putting the right people in the room. Absolutely. What's one thing that you would do different if we have to start this over?
I would have started bigger. Started bigger.
All right.
I learned from feedback.
Yeah.
Call it failure if you want, but I learned from that.
So explain how you would do it bigger.
I would just start in every city, a leader in every city. Identify the leader, identify the businessman. Phone me. Let's start it in your city.
Okay.
There's definitely a leader in a city that can run a collective. And I mean, we've seen it here with us. We were like, no, we're going to start one in Boksburg.
Yeah.
We've got Boksburg, we've got Alberton. I'm sure there's a leader in Benoni. I'm sure there's a leader in Sandton. I'm sure there's a leader somewhere else in Bella Bella that needs to phone me and say, I've run a business. I've got capacity as a leader, and I want to impart in other people and other leaders.
All right. Yeah, I would probably not have started it bigger. I would have started sooner. And so maybe you're watching and you're like, I want to start it. I want to start big. Let us know. Let us know your city. Let us know your province. Let's start it big, and let's start it sooner.
Thank you for spending these intentional minutes with me. If you want to go deeper, you'll find everything I create, from business consulting to private coaching to marketing cosmetics and learn social media, and all the tools and tactics you will need for your next chapter of growth. Talking about chapters, be sure to visit my website for my newest Intentionality book series release so that you can grow in the 10 most important areas in your life. My work is simple. I'm an author, I'm a strategist, and I'm a builder of people who builds businesses and transforms communities. Until next time, stay intentional.